Elon Musk, the dude who is building a spaceship to colonize Mars, a Christopher Columbus to be, said something that got some serious attention. Humans should merge with machines if they don't want to become obsolete. This isn't the first time Musk brought up this idea. He expressed quite serious concerns regarding AI, even calling for a worldwide ban on using AI for military purposes. Now he says that not only we are on the road to become cyborgs, but that we should do it. At the World Government Summit in the United Arab Emirates, he declared that the bandwidth of human brain to communicate is 10 bits per second, while computers can do the same job at a trillion bits per second. Installment of some kind of extension to the human processing power is necessary, as autonomous cars are about to hit the roads, wiping out up to 12% of employment across the globe in the coming years. Not only that, but the arrival of artificial general intelligence, which basically means that robots can do variety or even all tasks at a human level or better, as opposed to doing just a single task like driving a car, will render humans useless and will bring huge social and economic challenges. Symbiosis between human and machine intelligence is supposed to solve this problem. A year ago, Elon Musk mentioned something very similar to this concept. On an input-output level, humans possess an output interface that's particularly slow, like your two thumbs on a smartphone, while our visual output, our eyes, are incredibly powerful receptors of data. To solve this I/O constraint, Musk proposed this.
Mostly effectively merging in a symbiotic way with digital intelligence revolves around eliminating the I/O constraint. So it'd be some sort of direct cortical interface.
And you called it a neural lace?
Neural lace.
Neural lace, which sounds something like only a robot could deal with. But this concept has been around for quite a while. In 2015, Chinese and American researchers have actually succeeded in making it possible to inject a flexible electrical circuit that's smaller than 0.1 mm diameter of a glass syringe into the brains of mice. What's interesting about this is that after the injection, the mesh spread to 30 times its size and the brain cells of the mouse grew all around it. The biochemistry of the mouse brain accepted this foreign, purely mechanical component without causing any damage to the poor mouse. Now you may ask yourself, why are these innocent mice suffering for such an experiment? Well, it's a quite significant milestone. If the neural lace could integrate with our brains, doctors would be able to enter the space of cures and solutions for all kinds of neurodegenerative diseases, which I have no idea what that means, but has apparently something to do with Parkinson's, Alzheimer, and things like that. You know, not a big deal. But the game-changing idea here is to go even further, way beyond just treating diseases. As Charles Leiber, a nanotechnologist at Harvard University, said, we are trying to blur the distinction between electronic circuits and neural circuits. This could mean we could escape the boundaries of our flesh and meat, and stretch our limits as far as laws of physics allow us. We are already at the road to ultimate advancement and augmentation. We made a paralyzed man mind control a bionic arm to serve himself a bottle of beer. Another paralyzed woman used brain implants to fly an F-35 fighter jet simulator. By the way, just to briefly pause here, didn't Elon Musk say something about not using AI for military purposes? You can do so many things with brain implants. Why fly a machine of death? Just me? Anyway, to restore lost sight, DARPA developed a cortical modem capable of electronic telepathy and telekinesis, which truly means making an interface that links brain with an external device or software through manipulation of the visual cortex. We are approaching the age of artificial intelligence as computers are getting closer and closer to integrate with our bodies. From our rooms to our desks to our hands and wrists to our eyes, and now eventually to our brains. Another interesting dude, a director of engineering at Google, Ray Kurzweil, also predicts that the human brain will merge with machines as soon as 2030 or even earlier. Ray is a kind of guy to be taken seriously with his predictions. He made around 147 of them back in 1999, and as of 2010, 78% of them were entirely correct, plus 8% being essentially correct. Some of them include rise of portable and wearable computing, keyboards removal from portable devices, expansion of wireless technology, Google Glass, and digital media. Google has its own arsenal of artificial intelligence, including their own self-driving car, Nest Labs, DeepMind, and Boston Dynamics. Yeah, those robot rights abusers. So when someone like director of engineering at Google predicts human merging with machines in a matter of next decade, it probably shouldn't be taken lightly. It's only a matter of years until these so far just experiments in science labs become a new commercial hit and human species reach its new age of self-augmentation. There are three possible scenarios. We build an AI but stay separate and become vulnerable and obsolete, or we don't build an AI at all, or we create an AI and use it to augment ourselves. The first scenario is likely if we deploy AI en masse before figuring out the job loss problem and rendering humans useless problem. The second option is only possible if a natural disaster gets us, or our wonderful nukes. They are still here, just a reminder to everyone. The third option is most plausible for us if we want to stay relevant and on top of things, in control of the AI and not vice versa. In other words, we are on the brink of fundamental changes to our societies, and potentially our economic systems as well. It's hard to predict how fast this would be expanding, but we have to be aware of it and talk about the concerns that go hand in hand with every major technological revolution in history. Those weren't easy times when we were moving from agriculture to industrial production. The transition is always difficult, and that's what we are approaching as soon as the next couple of years. Let's think about it while we still have time to make good decisions.